Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for joining me today on Fortune's Wheel Tarot. This is going to be a timeless reading for you from the Akashic Tarot. I offer this for the highest good to benefit the planet. Release me from any blocks and restrictions. May this serve all who need. Spirit and angel guides, keepers of the divine white light, keepers of the Akashic records, ascended masters. What are the messages for Sagittarius at this time, please? Messages for Sagittarius at this time, please. Thank you. Your first card out is the number 9, Archangel Michael. The second card is the Six of Forces, the Waterfall. Your third card is the number 1, the Oracle of Delphi. You have 2 major arcana, Sagittarius. Beautiful cards, every one for your reading. And the number 3, Archangel Gabriel. So a total of 4, if you count this one on the bottom. And he is the divine messenger of communication, peaceful communication. So ultimately this card means, what do you want to share and with whom, Sagittarius? So if there's something that you want to communicate right now, what is that? And whom do you want to share it? With whom do you want to share it? I'm going to pull a few cards to clarify these from the Everyday Witch Tarot. Thank you, Spirit and Angel Guides, for these beautiful messages for Sagittarius. What are the clarifying messages from the Everyday Witch Tarot, please? Thank you. On the Archangel Michael, the Ace of Pentacles. On the Waterfall, the Three of Swords. On the Oracle of Delphi, the Two of Swords. And on the bottom of this deck, the Three of Wands. This is from the Everyday Witch. This card means essentially, almost there. You're almost there. Don't give up now. You've been working toward a goal and you're almost there. So I like to think that these two cards kind of clarify each other on the bottom of the deck. So maybe there's some form of communication that you are preparing. This usually means some type of goal, something you've been working toward has almost come to fruition. So perhaps that has to do with some type of communication for you in some way, Sagittarius. The first cards out for you are the Archangel Michael. This is a beautiful card of courage, and it's a time indicating right now that you are very powerful right now, and you have this power of Archangel Michael within you to be able to lift your energy up, to find the courage to act when the time is right, and to act courageously. So you can call on the Archangel Michael's power. You can ask for assistance with that. And when this is clarified by the Ace of Pentacles is, unlimited potential for unlimited success. So have the courage, whatever it is that you're compelled to do right now, Sagittarius, to move forward with confidence that it will be successful. The Ace of Pentacles is, a new venture, a new beginning of some type, and so have the courage. within you to reach for those goals, to go after whatever it is that may be calling to you in some way. The second set of cards for you is the Six of Forces, the Waterfall, and the Three of Swords, clarifying that. The Six of Forces, the Waterfall, is a beautiful card with a waterfall, as we see. This card is indicating that you have a powerful strength right now that is eternal within you. It flows eternally from your soul, from the depths of your being, the emotional waters of your soul, and it's the power, the power of water can move anything, over time. It can erode rock, a drip at a time, and in great force, of course, the ocean or flooding, it's very powerful. Water is very powerful. And this is signifying that it's a time of deep thought right now and deeper emotions as well. And so with the Three of Swords clarifying this is the heartbreak card. There could be some type of loss that you've gone through, that you may be going through, that you're calling on those waters, those deep emotions and deep thought right now. It's necessary to work your way through situations. Sometimes, that's, you can't push things down forever. You've got to examine things, and you have to feel those feelings and feel those emotions sometimes to be able to work through them. So remember that, this is just a temporary period that you're going through, Sagittarius, and it won't last forever. It seems like it at the time whenever we're going through heartbreak, but it won't last forever. And the essence that is flowing through you, within you, with the waterfall is forever. So remember that. The Three of Swords is temporary, but the waterfall is forever. So try to learn what you can from this heartbreak and move on from it the best that you can. And perhaps there's the potential for the starting of a new venture. Have the courage to start something new. Maybe there's something you have to leave behind in order to do that, in order to start something new. The next set of cards out for you are the number 1 Major Arcana in the Akashic Tarot, Oracle of the Delphi, and she is the Pythia who receives the psychic interpretations from Apollo, and you can see the priest there who is going to transcribe those interpretations. Excuse me. And she perceives them, and he is the one who interprets them, is what I should have said. And that is the key to this card, is showing the two sides, the two keys to psychic ability, is the perception and the interpretation. So some of you could be second guessing this. With the Two of Swords, this is a card of indecision. And so this is what this says to me, is that you are not paying attention to those psychic perceptions and psychic it's a difficult word. They're those inklings, those feelings that you get. I feel that some of you are not paying attention to that. And the Oracle of the Delphi card suggests that you keep a journal even, so that you can write down things. First of all, you're working very closely with the Ascended Masters, being, you've used these perceptions before in past lives, is what this card means. It's an important card that I skipped over an important part of there. But you have had psychic perceptions in the past, perhaps in past lives, and you may have images or feelings that you don't know how to interpret. And it's because you're not in touch with this part of yourself. And if you take notes and you practice your perceptions, writing them down, and then later on you can look back at and how you interpret those, at the moment, versus a week later, a month later, when you look back and say, oh, well, yeah, then this happened after that. It gives you more confidence. It helps you be able to understand those perceptions and interpret them better. And it can help you with, your Akashic insight and how your vision of the world is. But with this Two of Swords card, you're just second guessing yourself right now as to whether or not you can trust that. And of course you can. And the more that you realize, when you start to write things down, it will bring more clarity, I think. And maybe that's something that you're having, courage about right now. Maybe is just believing in yourself. Believing that you can actually have these abilities. Because we all do. Everyone does. We're just taught from a young age, from birth practically, not to listen to those nagging feelings, if you will, which generally turn out to be things that, we knew anyway, but it was just our gut trying to tell us to pay attention to it. So don't doubt that you have those abilities, Sagittarius. Because you do. And it is something that you can develop as well. As this card says, the more that you practice those interpretations and see those coincidences, which are not really coincidences, sometimes it takes writing things down and looking back on them to realize, oh, yeah, that did happen. And I don't know if you've ever done that before or not, but, we're all busy and it's like, oh, writing something down. But it can be a meditation. That can also serve as a meditation for you as well, just to write down feelings that you've had throughout the day. When you wake up in the morning, write down, if you can remember dreams that you had. If you have a feeling when you're sitting in traffic about something, just write it down if you can remember to do that when you get home, of course, after you're, not behind the wheel. But start to trust those inklings and those intuitions. That's the word that I've been trying to struggle for this whole time. As you start to trust those intuitions, you will find more and more that your interpretations, are connected, and that things that you maybe thought they were referring to, things that were connected, were actually correct. I'm going to pull a card for you now from the Shaman's Dream Oracle. I know I was shuffling for a moment there. I just felt compelled to do so. What is the Shaman's Dream Oracle message for Sagittarius at this time, please? A tidy house, clarity and organization. This is the number 1. Very first card in the Shaman's Dream Oracle. I love it. This is a beautiful deck. I love the images on these cards. A tidy house, clarity and organization, a thorough inventory, an auspicious symbol. If your emotional world feels messy and unruly, and you can't seem to get clear, it's time to see how your environment is affecting you. Although your inner world, I apologize, I just knocked that over. Although your inner world has a huge impact on what shows up in your outer world, the reverse is also true. You can be influenced by the people who populate your daily life and the energy of the objects you surround yourself with. Basically, everything in your surroundings. Now is the time for an inventory and full clearing of your environment. Ask for clarity from your relationships and do not make assumptions at this time. Clear and unambiguous communication is key. You may choose to let go of some people from your life when this shows up. This is a good thing. Otherwise, you might stay in these relationships too long out of a sense of obligation and social courtesy, when in truth there is nothing holding you together. Be impeccable with your word. Say what you mean, and be willing to make whatever changes are necessary to clean up your side of the street. If you know you are doing the right thing, it doesn't matter who has an opinion. That said, right now, once you are sure your proverbial house is a tidy one, there is a release of energy to bring new things, to enjoy life, and to know with certainty you are on the right path. I think that was an awesome card for you to get, Sagittarius. I think it just clarified everything that we were saying. You know, this emotional state that you may have been in, it's a good thing, you know, and sometimes we have to let go of things to let something new in. And if you're having difficulty, as I said, believing in yourself, making that decision to believe in yourself, I wish I could just give you that belief in yourself and help you see how capable you really are. I pulled a couple of cards for myself today. I like to do that before I start all these readings for everyone, because I feel like it just helps me get into a good place and to get into the flow. And I just felt drawn to share all of these with the collective with these readings. This is from the Universe Has Your Back deck. When I lean on certainty and faith, I change my mind about the world I see. I feel that this is very true and is a message that the collective needs to hear and can benefit from. And that's what I'm trying to do, is help people with these messages. Whatever faith means to you, of course, but leaning on certainty and faith, even if it's that, you know, today's going to be a good day. If you wake up today and you just say, you know, today's going to be a good day, and you make a choice for that to happen, you have certainty that that's going to happen. No matter what anyone does or says, you're going to have a great day. Then you will. I know things happen that are out of our control. And, you know, again, I'm not trying to minimize anything that anyone may be struggling with, but I truly believe that we call in a lot of the and even all, some would say, of the experiences that we have. So if you want to have good experiences, Sagittarius, focus on that. Of course, you know, have the courage to act. Have the courage and strength to act. You can certainly overcome anything that has come against you. And this card is from the Wild Offering Oracle. Striving. Eventually, the individual ego's drive to make things happen falls away, replaced with a relaxed, trusting openness to answers as they arise. Thank you, Divine, for letting me move with the flow. And I thought this was particularly pertinent with this waterfall, moving with the flow. It's a time of deep emotion and deep thought for you right now. So it's especially important, I think, for you to just let go right now, Sagittarius. Let go, feel those feels and work through that pain if that's something that you have to do, if that applies to you. But move with the flow, and I believe that if you open yourself up to those psychic abilities and you start to develop that, you have belief in yourself, then that's perhaps what this card on the bottom of the deck is about communicating, having the confidence to make the decision with the Two of Swords to communicate these psychic interpretations. And perhaps you're almost there. Perhaps you're almost ready. That's definitely a gift that needs to be shared with the world, Sagittarius. So I hope this applies to you. And however you need to tidy your house, to bring clarity and organization, I mean, I know that makes me feel great, you know. My house is a wreck half the time with, you know, family and pets and, you know, our fur babies. And at any rate, it feels great to just have one little tiny space clean. You know, even this table right here where I do these readings, it's such a pleasure for it to just be clean, that I can put these cards down, and it's just a feeling of calmness that comes over me when I sit down to do these readings. So you probably feel the same way, and so do your best not to feel overwhelmed, you know, by that. I struggle with that myself as well at times. So if it's all you can do is just to clean off a little 12 by 12 inch square on the counter, then, you know, kudos to you for doing that. You know, it's one thing that you did, and it's one thing better than yesterday. So if you're trying, then my hat goes off to you. So love and light. Keep doing the best you can, Sagittarius. Go with the flow. Go with the flow. I'm going to pull a chakra wisdom card for you. All these cards will be links to them in the description below. Third chakra, solar plexus, freedom of choice. I have the freedom to choose, so I choose wisely, because my decisions have a great impact on how I see myself and how I feel about myself. I own and accept and express my feelings unreservedly and do not try to escape them with my own mind games. I have free will to choose how I respond to any situation. I choose to respond with wisdom, clarity, and understanding. With wisdom, clarity, and understanding, courage. This is clear communication. You're communicating something right now, Sagittarius. You have the freedom to choose. You have the freedom to choose how you respond to any situation. Choose to respond with wisdom, clarity, and understanding. Then you have the power, Sagittarius, and no one can take that from you. I truly hope that you have enjoyed this reading. I have enjoyed reading it for you. Thank you so much for taking the time to come and watch this video, Sagittarius. I really appreciate your time and your view. If you like this reading, please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Love and light.